What is good, my friends? It's your favorite YouTube dealer. We got some more Lil Dicky. My man's been hitting us over the head with some fire lately, and I am definitely here for it. This one is called Harrison Ave. I've still not watched the show, but I'm contemplating. I feel like I need to dive in, at least watch a couple of episodes, see what it's about. It might be something that I enjoy. I'm not really a big show watcher anymore. I used to watch a lot of shows like Sopranos, Dexter, like different stuff like that, but in reality, I just be watching some scary movies here and there. Other than that, I game and watch YouTube. That's really what I do. So we'll find out, but let's dive in and let's see what he's doing with this song. Ooh. See, he already got me sold. The sample era where Dipset was doing it all the time. Almost every song that came out, Fab, different people like that, you just had that little high-pitched sample. Kanye was great at doing it. Just Blaze, I don't know if he did it as much, but Kanye did it back in the day with Jay quite a while. Like, it's fire. I don't know. I just like that, and I almost wish that would come back.
Let's take it back. Hey, take it back. Hey. I didn't have a chance. I was walking with my bag down the street to Harrison Ave. Summer's over, back to class. Way before I had a sedan. Hit the bus stop and then glanced at the kids, and then bam, I saw Britney for the first time. I was in a trance. Who the hell was this? New chick I never met. Was friends with girls, but I hadn't really been attracted to nobody yet. But 8th grade was going crazy. This bitch was so amazing. Walked up and said, "Hi, I'm Dave," and then shit changed. She told me she just moved into town. I knew it, no doubt. I love this girl inside and out. Her beautiful smile, her hair and her style were driving me wild. We sat together on the bus. We sat together every lunch. She had me switching up to polos and ditching yo-yos. I went from moving solo, dolo, to being so old.
I like this. The way he's flowing to this is fire. My man's like, yo, listen, I rolled up. I love her inside and out. She's fire. And I think he said 8th grade. Listen, it's how I felt about a girl named Julianne. I think in like 7th or 8th grade, yo, listen. It's embarrassing to think about. I don't even know how I had gotten this information, so I guess I'm probably creepy. I honestly don't remember, but I sent her an email. I was like, yo, because I was way too scared to talk to her, and I never did end up talking to her like that. But years later, after we graduated, you know, similar friend groups and stuff like that, we used to go on what we call blunt rides. Those of you guys that go on them know what I'm talking about, but anybody that doesn't know, we'd roll, you know, blunt. Nice little thing to smoke and just drive around and just smoke, talk on the back roads, shit like that. And I used to do this with her quite a bit. And I was just entranced with this woman to the point where I was still, even though I had gotten past a lot of that, I was still scared to death to say anything to her about anything. I was just like, yo, listen, I'm just enjoying the fact that I'm going on blunt rides with this woman. I don't know. It's just, she was that one for me. I don't know what it was, but 7th to 8th grade, her and a girl named Anna as well. It's a shame. Wish I had some balls back then.
Never met, was friends with girls, but I hadn't really been attracted to nobody yet. But 8th grade was going crazy. This bitch was so amazing. Walked up and said, "Hi, I'm Dave," and then shit changed. She told me she just moved into town. I knew it, no doubt. I love this girl inside and out. Her beautiful smile, her hair and her style were driving me wild. We sat together on the bus. We sat together every lunch. She had me switching up to polos and ditching yo-yos. I went from moving solo, dolo, to being so old. B-S-E-double-S-E.
I don't mean to keep pausing it. I didn't realize when he played the yo-yo, she just looked at him and just goes, like, that's not it, Dave. That's not it.
Wow, we sat together on the bus. We sat together every lunch. She had me switching up to polos and ditching yo-yos. I went from moving solo, dolo, to being so old. B-S-E-double-S-E-D. Thought about her constantly on cause I burning her CDs, cause I saw her and she saw me. But back then I was gross. I do the most for a joke. I show my asshole to girls, and I just really wasn't the brand of guy that would get the girls. I had no facial hair, just curls, and all my friends had kissed a girl except me, and I just wanted to be realistic about it. I didn't want to mess the whole thing up, and I just loved being around her, so I took the best friend route. That shit was so fun, I don't care what any of you guys say. The hottest girl I ever met, tickling my arm, going to the mall with her, chatting on AOL all night. We talked about plenty things, everything we could.
My man said talking to her on AOL all night. By the way, I like the way that he's going about this because it's like he's sacrificing a little bit of the smoothness and structure of the flow, where he's like speeding through some of the bars. There's a lot of syllables in it versus the other bars, but it seems like it's meant to be that way because it's more like like he's talking, like he's just trying to explain something. I like this. And then the AOL thing, and he has the door opening sound, that like the creak. Everybody that's been on AOL Instant Messenger knows what I'm talking about. That was the shit. I remember I'd listen to music and I would just like, you hear like a bar that you like and I'm like, yo, that's my new away message. That's my new bio. Put that shit in real quick. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I had the weirdest AOL name too, and I don't know why. Because it's crazy that like I didn't even listen to Jay-Z at this time until like later in high school because I was such a big Tupac fan that I was like, yo, anybody he don't like, I don't like. That's how I felt. And so I didn't listen to Jay, but yet my name was, don't judge me, my name was Jigga What Yo 70. I have no idea where I came up with that or why I came up with that, but that was my AOL Instant Messenger name. I couldn't explain it to this day.
How her parents treated her and how she felt misunderstood. She would tell me shit on name in person that she never could. I talked her through it. I took a ton of pride up in the fact that I made her feel good. Started hanging out up in the basements, playing spin the bottle, watching her turn lane on Jason. I closed my eyes until we played the nervous game where I would place my hand up on her breast over her bra. That was incredible, that was raw. I jerk off to that all fall. Winter snow days watching television like come on. Seeing what the hell they call. Hit the landline and I call. Hope she picks up, not her mom. But you never know what's coming when you're young and you're in love. High school next year, this a problem. Sophomores, juniors, seniors, everybody saw her. I remember browsing Blockbuster with her when the senior cocksucker told her she looked beautiful. She blushed, he was popular. I just stood to the side and waited. Obviously they started dating. Harrison Ave just wasn't the same without her. The bus stop, he drove her to school in a car with rims and real big bass. Hated this guy, hated their vibe. I hated his face. I waited for the demise, but it never seemed to happen. She was too attached and he latched on. Now she leaving my friend group, smoking, drinking with them dudes. Oh no, we are not ready for that. We got pizza by the slice, big ol' shout out to Frank's. That's where I was when I found out that they were having sex. I hit the beach just to meet her, but they already left. And her presence was missed, but she's still my best friend. Mozzarella sticks, I never sat with her at lunch. I strategized my hallway walk so I could see her some. The only class we had together, Spanish, what the fuck? I was Carlos, she was Mia. Why did they make us choose Spanish names, by the way? Isn't that insane? I digress. Of course he cheated on her, she would call me so depressed, but she kept going back. MapQuest and printing out directions. I designated drive to his parties. That shit was so, I was soft.
I feel like the reason why a lot of people are going to end up liking this song is some of the throwbacks. Printing out MapQuest directions. I remember doing that shit to go to like Myrtle Beach back in the day when we had just graduated school and we decided, you know what, we're going to go to Myrtle Beach. And the thing is, we had absolutely no place to stay. We just knew these three other girls, and it was me and two friends that were going down there. We're like, oh, we're going to go to Myrtle Beach too. And we just like popped up down there like surprise. And then I think we just assumed that they were going to let us stay with them in their hotel or we were going to just stay in the car. I'm pretty sure that was the game plan, which is wild when you think of how stupid you do things back then. But that was an interesting time, That was oh, listen, I fell in love with this girl named Camille. I think I fell in love a lot of times with girls that I never dated. I was such a loser, I swear.
I digress. Of course he cheated on her. She would call me so depressed, but she kept going back. MapQuest and printing out directions. I designated drive to his parties. That shit was so, I was soft, I was pussy, I was weak, I was lame. But whatever, I'm in 9th grade. What the hell could I say? But one time I stayed home, his party got busted by the popo. It made me so happy. He got grounded and the dance was this week. I never went to those, but now she could just stay home with me. Why didn't I go to them? Okay, because I was scared of getting boners on the dance floor. The whole thing was overwhelming. It was just a bizarre social situation. I didn't drink. Everyone did. Whatever. Back to the story. I was excited to just chill with her, return to our glory. Then she like, Dave, wait, we should go to the dance together. Just be my date. I'm like, what? She like, yeah. I'm like, oh. I came and came out. Brain just said yes. Popularity wise, this is a jetpack and I miss my friend. And obviously I was fully in love with her, so I said, okay, no problem. I got my suit with my mama. Then we all met up at a fella's house to take a few pics. 16 girls, 16 guys, parents filming this shit. I pull up with my mama. Oh my God, there's a problem. The fucking guy isn't grounded. He's really there with his arm around her. I couldn't believe it. She said that he showed up and surprised her. And then of course somebody's like, we gotta take a wide pic.
Yo, that's wild. She did my man dirty. F that. Yo, she did my man dirty. I couldn't imagine if I was in a situation like that. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll, you know, I mean, I guess like in her mind though, she's like, we're friends, right? So it's not a big deal if suddenly he shows up. But at the same time, I feel like it is a big deal because what if he paid for the suit, whether he rented it or bought it? You know what I'm saying? He put time aside to go and do this with you because you didn't want to go alone and you still wanted to go. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, don't need you anymore. Sorry. You know, prepared all of it. That's kind of a Move.
She said that he showed up and surprised her. And then, of course, somebody's like, we gotta take a wide pic. 33 people, only one had no date. My mama asking me why, but I felt way too ashamed, so I just lied. I told her that I knew this was happening and that everything was good and I could not abandon that, so I went with them. In a limo, in a dinner, macaroni grill. I'm the 33rd wheel. Is this real? But it got worse. Right before the bill, a bunch of waiters and waitresses bring a cake to my table. They're all singing happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Not my birthday, and of course this fucking restaurant has this custom where you gotta stand up on a table and wave a fucking napkin while everyone stares. I saw the older guys laugh, so I just played into it. I'm on the table dancing, embarrassed, but no one knew it. Except Britney did, and she had been drinking shit. The water bottle full of liquor lowered in my confidence. I said I had to piss, hoping that she would just follow me. She did, and I walked right past the bathroom into the parking lot where I told her everything on my mind. I told her everything. Every single song that made me think about her every day. Everybody said that we're just kids, but that never changed the fact that to this kid you were is everything. The next part I will never forget. She walked right up to me slowly, then she gave me a kiss. First kiss. Oh, no way. No. Oh my God. Then she said, I love you too. I didn't believe her at first. I thought she was drunk. But then the next day she was singing the same song. Whoa! She ran over to my crib and was all over me. We started kissing, touching, blushing, gushing. There was no humping yet, not then, but I would settle for love. Got my first hand job in the park, really came out the mud. I couldn't believe it, it was a dream. I planted my seed on Harrison Avenue yet again. I really did it, huh? And then all of a sudden it was done, just a month long, and then she moved on. I never knew someone could make you feel so right and so wrong, so good and so bad. Either way, I had what I had, and it showed me I was who I was, and that I was worthy of love.
This was fire. Yo, Lil Dicky is extremely talented. Again, for somebody that jumped into rap because he just wanted to conquer the comedy side of it, to boost himself up, to be able to do the comedy show. Like, this man could rap, like, with the best of them, in my opinion. This was actually unbelievable because it's crazy. Like, he included a lot of comedy in it, right? Like, the fast parts, like, you know what I'm saying? And saying shit like, yo, got my first I got my first hand job at the park. I really came out the mud. Like, different stuff like that. And you know, where he speeded it up and kind of talked like, it was meant to be comedy, but at the same time, there was like some real shit in this. Like, this is something that people go through and people feel, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. He's good at meshing the two. So shout out to Lil Dicky. Definitely made me talk about a whole lot of random shit and how much of a loser I was when I was a kid, because I you know, it was just more so, honestly, a lot of it is mentality, right? Like, I just felt that way. I felt nervous. I felt like, oh, you know, no one gives a shit, or no one's gonna, I guess I didn't have much self-worth. It's weird because, like, I feel like I did. Like, I felt like I had shit to offer, but I guess I didn't present it, though. I was too scared to try to present that, because I guess in my mind it was like, what if I'm wrong? Or what if, you know, what if everybody else doesn't see it or feel it the same way I feel it, right? So it's an odd time in life, right? It's an odd time in life. But you know what? We grow up, we get happy, and shit gets better as long as you stay focused and stuff like that. But anyways, this was dope. Comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I appreciate you for stopping in. I will catch you in the next one, homies.